And we're live with Cathal Byrnes. Oh man, I have been really looking forward to this conversation for the last few days. How are you getting on?
I'm good now, not too bad. Keep well. How are you getting on?
I'm great. Jesus, I've been I've been following your account all week. But before
Mental, isn't it?
stuff, right, before we jump into that, do you want to just give a quick introduction to yourself and where you're from and
Yeah, no worries at all. So my name is Cathal Byrnes. I go by Mr. Burns on Instagram. I'm a nutritionist and PT. I'm kind of more or less a content creator at this stage because that's what I seem to be doing mostly now. I'm from Tipperary in Ireland, and yeah, that's basically me. I studied nutrition in college for 4 years. I did my PT cert, and yeah, that's everything you really needs to know about me.
Unreal, man. So when I started, I've been following you for a while, right? And I remember checking your profile there like a while back. You know, I've been watching your content. It's brilliant. And it's like, oh, he's at 5K followers. And I always felt like you should be like a lot higher than that. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
and then I checked it last week. Actually, I just did a post right on Instagram of a screen grab I grabbed during the week when you were confirmed you were going to have a chat with me.
Yeah.
And you had 61,000 followers. That was about like, I don't know, 5 days ago.
It's mad.
Tell us how many followers you're on now.
I'll double check, but it's over 360k at this stage now, so that's what we've gone to now. Yeah.
365, man. All right, okay. For all those content creators out there, all those PT people that I know are looking at your profile there, talk me through just talk me through this explosion.
Oh, it's been mad. Like, so where I started was I actually uploaded a video mid-December, but it didn't really do that well at all. And kind of over the last 2 weeks, it started picking up. I think the algorithm just decided to, what, this video, it's doing well. There's people engaging with it. So that video kind of shot up out of nowhere, and it got up to like 600k views. And like, it was only on about 3,000 views before that, and which is mad. And then once that kind of shot up, then I think people were just going onto my profile, then just checking out my other videos. And then 3 or 4 of my recent uploads then decided to hit the discover page, and just it blew up from there. It was crazy. Like, it one of the videos is on nearly 6 million views. There's one on 4 million. There's one on 2 million, and like, it's just absolutely mental. It's just shot up out of nowhere. Like,
That's unbelievable. So hang on a second. So you put a video up in December. And it blew up in February.
Blew up in February, yeah. And there was a repost as well, which was the mad thing. Like, it was a video. Yeah, it was the very first video I posted to my Instagram, and I just re-edited, added in subtitles there, made it kind of a bit more visually appealing, and it just took off then. Like,
jeez, I'll have to go back and watch that one. Which one was that one? That
it was on fat loss tips. It was like it was fairly controversial. I started off like, if you're sick of looking like you're 6 months pregnant, and I'd say people were like, what is this absolute idiot talking about? But then people kind of resonated with it. Then it was like, Jesus, that like Jesus, I'm doing all these things, and then I think people just were able to relate to it. Then in the end,
man, that is unreal. That's actually one thing. My favorite video of yours, I think it's the one that has the most views, is the eggs and the thing.
Yeah,
that was like, even like, you know, I know this, like, you know, because I've been training as well, like, and you know, it was such a good way. I was like, that is genius. Like, even the 6-pack of eggs looks like a
6. Yeah, I'm not going to claim 100% for that video. There's a lad on Instagram called PD Kelly. He did a very similar video, and I kind of got inspiration from him. But yeah, I kind of changed it around to my own way then. But like, it's I thought it was a brilliant concept anyway, and it worked out for me. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, everyone's born. Everyone's kind of the bits and pieces you have to take from the best. Like, I mean, sure, I took one of your ideas there and tried to roll with it as well.
Oh, sure. Most people are just like getting inspiration off everyone else. Like, I don't think there's very much 100% original content anymore. Just everything's been done at this stage. Like, so.
Yeah. Especially since lockdown, when everyone was just sitting at home, like, you know, it's like you're kind of late to if you're coming in now, like, it's like, as you said, literally a lot of the stuff.
Everyone's doing it at this stage. Even like I started doing recipe videos on TikTok there a few months ago, and I kind of was one of the first to start doing them. And now every second Irish fitness person is doing recipes, and it's just so saturated now. And I was still doing the recipe videos, and they weren't doing as good just because so many people were doing them. So I kind of switched up then towards like analogies then, and kind of blew up then.
Man, what happens like when you blow up? Is it like, what happens?
It's just it's hard to explain. Like, you go onto your notifications and you see followers, and like, it kind of started off like, I'd say about 2 or 3 followers a minute. And then there was a stage there I was scrolling through it. It was like follower 1 second ago, 2 seconds ago, 2 seconds ago, 3 seconds ago. It was mental. I was getting like, I'd say 60 to 100 followers a minute there at one stage, and it was outrageous. Like, I literally scrolled the notifications once, and there's brand new people following me. Did it again, brand new people. It's just crazy.
Oh my God. And like, are you thinking like in a way kind of like, you know, because you're a business owner, right? So
Yeah.
you know, are you kind of thinking like, geez, I've nearly like won the lotto here, like sort
Oh,
of?
100%. Like, but the thing is, like, when it happened to me on TikTok first, that's where I blew up first. The first time it happened, I was absolutely gobsmacked. I didn't have a clue what was going on. And then when it happened on Instagram, it was kind of the same, but it wasn't as big as it was when it was on TikTok, because that was when it happened to me first. But then when it kept going and going, I was just like, this is nuts. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I was kind of a bit overwhelmed at the same time, but I was delighted as well.
I was going to say, yeah, because like I had a mini little like a blip compared to, you know, what you had like about 2 weeks ago, where I got like 250 followers in a day, like, you know, and I was kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. But in my head, I was kind of thinking like, you know, I was kind of like full of adrenaline and stuff. I mean, what does it?
Yeah.
I say it must feel mental though.
Oh, it does, like, you have to put the phone down once in a while. Like, there was an hour or two there, I was literally scrolling through notifications, replying to comments. I was like, I cannot be doing this for the next 4 hours straight. Like, I had to put down the phone and go for a walk or something, because my head was absolutely fried from looking at it. But again, I'm not going to complain. Like, it's probably the best complaint I can possibly have. Like,
I thought it was so funny, like, because like I saw your story and you're holding the 100k balloons,
yeah.
And at the time we were chatting back and forth into DMs, like, and you're I think you're at 60, or as I said 61, and I was like, oh, he's did 100, and then I tapped onto your next story. I was like, oh, he's at 200 and something. And I was like,
oh, it was mental. Like, I went home and my sister had bought me balloons for 100k, and I was going to put up a post, and then like the next day I woke up and it was 200k, and I was like, holy. I don't know if I can curse on this or not, but
oh yeah, curse.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Oh my God. And actually, you know, talking about family and friends and stuff, like, have lots of people been reaching out to you? I mean, I've never met you and reached out to you, but I imagine like a lot of other people are reaching out to you.
It's been mostly kind of fitness people, I'd say, more than people I know, like, because I feel like the audience it sent me out to was mostly people from America and Canada, and so like it probably hasn't been in Ireland as much. So I'd say most people around probably don't even know, like. But
really, it's outside of
it's 44% are US, I think, and then it's Canada, India, UK, and I don't think Ireland's on the top few countries anyway. It's only like a few percent that's in Ireland.
I'm shocked.
It's mad, yeah. It's
because like it's and that's so interesting, because like you know, like, I'm from Kilkenny, you're from Tiff, right? We're neighbours.
Yeah, only over the road.
yeah, and I don't know what you like, but like I get like a lot of kind of you know, like, I'm sure a lot of lads think I'm mental, like, doing videos.
Yeah. Everyone, even when I started, it was the exact same. People are like, what is this absolute idiot doing, like? But then it kind of stuck to, like, if you're listening to what other people are saying, you're at nothing either, like, so you're better off, you know yourself what you're doing, like, so.
Exactly. Like, you're like, I think you're all on that, you know, as a content creator, like, whether it's fitness or, you know, finance, crypto, whatever it is, you're on a mission and it's head down. But
that's it.
That's interesting, man, that like you're, you know, as a Irish content creator, obviously you're a nutritionist as well, but like, you're a content creator, right, as well.
Yeah.
So that you connected with that audience, like, it's
crazy. Like,
that's crazy.
It's mental, yeah. But the thing is, like, I've been making content since I was about 12, I'd say. I used to play Call of Duty back in the day, and I used to be making videos and that, like, that's where I kind of all started from. So I've been kind of making content probably the guts of 12 years, like, which is nuts, like.
Right. That's good to know, though, because people, you know, it's especially like, I imagine when you blow up, you know, it's because, like, I'm going through the grind every single day, scripting, writing videos, editing.
Yes.
So much work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. People don't understand, like, the backbone of it. Like, people think, oh, you just set up a camera and record, but, like, you have to plan out a video, you have to script it, you have to record it, you have to edit it, you have to post-product it, you have to do everything. Like, there's a lot to it, like.
Yeah, actually, so talk me through, like, your kind of creative process. Like, do you, like, is a script, or you just jump straight into the camera?
So usually what I do now is I have a few video ideas, but if I couldn't think of anything, I'd kind of go online and just look for a bit of inspiration. So I'd probably just look up, kind of look for videos that are trending, and I'm not going to say I copy them, but I'd use videos as inspiration. So, like, just if I saw a topic was doing well, I'd be like, geez, I'm very interested in that. Like, so it's kind of, if I was interested in it, and if I knew I could, like, recreate it and make it, like, probably even better myself, that's when I'd hop on, like. So I'd kind of get the video idea that direction. Then from there, it's kind of more or less planning out how I'm going to do the video. So it's not all, I feel like, even I script it as well, but you kind of have to script your actions as well in the videos, because some of the analogies I'm doing, I'm kind of moving all over the place and put my hands here and there. So I'm kind of thinking, how can I grab people's attention as well as talking? So I'm kind of always, when I'm talking in the video, I'm always trying to do actions that are relating to the talking, so people aren't confused. And so basically the video idea, the scripting, and then, like, basically planning out the video. recording then. So most of my videos, I have a proper camera, but I've been using my phone recently. I've been finding it handier because the proper camera is a bit of a pain at times. But I use my camera. I have 2 light boxes as well that I use because the lighting is very important in videos. Record it then, post production and edit it on the laptop. Add subtitles, post production, audio, render the video, upload it, subtitles, captions, everything, the whole shebang. Like, so that's kind of the whole process.
Jeez, yeah, it's so much work, and people really like don't realize it. So like when you're saying like you script out your videos and you're scripting out like the kind of acting, like do you script that, like do you write it all out? Like
I kind of I kind of know as well when I'm writing. Like kind of like I just have like a generic notebook. I'll show you there, literally just random fucking pages written there, just fucking scripts and fucking everything like. And I kind of just leave like an hour at the side, be like, oh, move my hands here and stuff like that. Just kind of there's more to it behind the scenes. You think like it's just all psychology at the end of the day, how to get people's attention, how to hook them into the video. That's the most fun part.
And where do you look for like trending ideas? Like, you know, if you're to give a tip to someone, it's to me, I'd love to know.
Yeah, it's very tough at times. Like you kind of have to be scrolling through your feed a fair bit to kind of know what's trending. Like, but it's kind of it's as well as you kind of have to base your content on a large niche. So just say like if I was doing videos now on keto or whatever, the niche for keto is so small that the video probably won't go viral. So I kind of base my videos around what kind of niche will go viral, and I like enjoy the food and the fitness, and they are 2 massive niches. So that's what I base my content around. So I try and find videos in them 2 niches that probably have done well, and how I can recreate myself and just add my own spin to it and just like give people free information basically and try and help people out.
Amazing. And like, did you find that the videos that do well on Instagram or also do well on TikTok, or do you find there's a little bit of discrepancy?
It's a little bit of discrepancy because TikTok is kind of different. The algorithms are different. Instagram, it takes a while for Instagram to branch your account. Like, so basically they have to niche your account. So like it's based like, you know, if you put up a video on TikTok, you could get 1 million views your first video. If you do it on Instagram, you probably have no hope because it's you're a brand new account, so it doesn't show it to people. But TikTok, I think it's easier to reach a wider audience on TikTok because it's basically like you put up the video and then TikTok decides from the quality of the video if it does good or not. While Instagram is like you have to be in a certain niche, if that makes sense. If I explain that properly.
Yeah. Totally get you. Yeah, I heard the Instagram niche thing where like it takes a while to figure out who you are, and then kind of like once they figure out what your content is all about, they'll kind of push you like, you know, kind of a lot more. I was reading too, like, you know, some of your comments, like, because I'm really curious to see. Like, I'll give you an example, right? Because like just the kind of context for the question.
Yeah.
So like I know that ad video, right? That's like, it's killer, like that's solid info. Like, you know, you're 100% accurate information. Yeah. And I was coaching comments.
Oh, it's reckless.
How do you manage the hate? Like,
I actually think it's hilarious. Like, because like people even hate comments, and there's one comment there the other day, and it's like, oh, you should not be giving advice. You don't even look like you're in shape yourself. And I was just laughing. I was just like, here, what kind of like, I'd not be me now, but like, what kind of person have you to be commenting on someone's video like about their appearance, and like you don't even know the person, and give like you just have to kind of get into your head like what type of people are actually leaving the comments. Like it's basically all down to their insecurities at the end of the day. I feel like the hate comments kind of reflect on themselves. Like, so to me, I just kind of shrug it off. I'm just like, sure, it is what it is. Like,
yeah. And like, do you go in and respond to them, or
some of them I do now. Some of them I try to like rile people on a small, but I try to just for the engagement aspect, so they'll comment again. Like, so like even if somebody's been a nice comment, I always reply nicely. But if there's someone that's very misinformed and they're just spewing absolute shite, I kind of like I either ignore it or I kind of just lure them on a small bit, just kind of get them to keep commenting.
I for some reason I find like the interaction comments on TikTok are way worse. Like because there's a lot of fake accounts there. Do you find that as well? It's way more personal and brutal. Like
Instagram as well. Most people on Instagram are probably above the age of 18 as well. Like TikTok, there could be people that are 12 years old on as well, just leaving comments. So like they be leaving comments and they're so misinformed and they think that what they're saying is right. Like, and it's just outrageous. And TikTok as well, you can make a random account and you can make as many accounts as you want really, and just pretend to be someone you're not. Like, you could have, there's like most of the comments are like not even real people. Like, they're just like people's characters online more or less. Like, so Instagram is more personal because most people just have their own personal account. With TikTok is just, you could be anyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it must be easier to just kind of set up a TikTok account as well. I haven't done it in ages because I only have one account, but I'd say there's a lot of just spam ones there. And so transitioning like into kind of like your, you know, like your actual career. So you're nutritionist and PT. So like, how did you think of, first of all, kind of getting into PT and nutrition, and then how did you think of, once you're in it, you're qualified or whatever, what made you go into creating content and taking it online, I suppose?
Yeah, so basically I did my leaving cert, hadn't a notion what the fuck I wanted to do. Threw on about 7 different things on my CAO.
Same.
And, and then I wanted to do food science in UCC, and the year I done it, the points went up like 70 or 80 points, so I didn't get that. I ended up getting my 4th choice, which was nutrition and health science in MTU now it's called. And I did it, and at the start I was like, geez, I don't even fucking know if I like it or not. But like, I was always into food side of things, nutrition side of things, and like the gym and all that. Like, so I was like, fuck it, I'll stick it out. And done that then for 4 years. I barely got through it. Towards the end of it, I was so sick of it. I was like, Jesus Christ, get me out of this fucking degree. Like, but it was only the only reason I was like that is because most of the modules were nothing to even do with nutrition. Like, there was physics modules, there was chemistry, everything. Like, I had no interest in, like, even the modules we had in nutrition I loved. I like aced every one of them. But it's just the fact then you had to do an FYP about random things. I just didn't like that side of things. But yeah, I got through the 4 years that anyway. As I said, I was always into fitness. So even when I was younger, I was always watching people on YouTube, Instagram, everything, just fitness people, fitness content. I was absorbing that, I'd say, the last 10 years. So like, even that alone, I probably gained a better knowledge of nutrition and fitness just from watching people online, like seeing what they're doing. And from there then, lockdown came. I done absolutely fuck all during lockdown. Got turned into an absolute fat prick again. I just lost the head altogether, just put on loads of weight, and I wasn't happy at all. I was kind of miserable then. So I got back into the swing of things then after lockdown, back into the gym. And yeah, I was on COVID payment there for a while as well. I was actually working in a clothes shop for a while after college, and COVID hit. So I was on COVID then, and I was started making videos from there then, and everything just took off ever since. Like, it's just I'd say it's just the years of watching content that kind of like clicked with me then, like what content works, what doesn't work, and then basically got to where I am now. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah, no, Jesus, 367 wouldn't be complaining either. And like, what was it kind of about? You know, you're obviously drawn to making content, and as we just discussed, like, it takes a lot of work. Like, so, like, is the motivation to make content to kind of keep your business online, or is it just to meet as many people as you can, or kind of a bit of both?
Well, as you know yourself, like, the audience online is unlimited basically. Like, you know, if I was to do PT in person now, I could probably meet 8 clients a day, and then 5 days, 6 days a week, and like, you'd have no time to do anything else. While as if you do it online, like, the amount of clients you can get is nearly limitless. Like, so it's I find the content essentially is the leads for your business. The content's the driving factor, and I love making content anyway. I'd rather make content than spend 40 hours a week in somewhere like Joe, like just working away. So like, basically, I enjoy making the content, I enjoy doing the coaching, like, so kind of it's like just all worked out in the end.
Class. And like, is the vision to kind of stay doing in-person coaching, online coaching, or like a hybrid of both, or actually have like a setup where maybe you're actually just selling a product down the road where you kind of get all your time back?
Yeah, so I'm actually doing all online at the moment. It's nothing in person, like, so everything I'm trying to base online, so I find it's more scalable, and I actually enjoy it online actually so much more. Like, I find it's number one, it's easier for me, and it's also so much, like, I think it's nearly handier for the clients as well, so I can reach a wider audience. Like, I can reach people over in America, and I can help them reach their goals as well, which, like, I think is unreal. Like, it's class. Like, if I could help as many people as possible, like, I think it's just brilliant.
That is class. And like, yeah, actually, because you're after blowing up now across seas, like, are a lot of your clients actually on different time zones? So you, like, in America?
Yeah, most of the clients I have aren't even from Ireland. I took on 3 new ones yesterday, and 2 of them for the US, and another one was from the UK. So it's like, it's most of them aren't even from Ireland, like, so it's all different time zones everywhere.
That's class.
Yeah, it's mad. Like,
so okay, how are you managing your time?
Oh,
like how are you making content, living your own life, you know, working with your ebooks and all that kind of stuff, and then also coaching? Like, talk me through that.
I'm still figuring it out myself. Like, even before I blew up, I had so much more time to myself, like, because I probably didn't have as much people to get onto about coaching, and now I've coaching calls, I'm making the content, I have to go to the gym, I have to edit the videos and everything. I kind of, like, at the moment I'm all over the place. I'm kind of working on systems at the moment just to keep everything as efficient as I can, but like I'm just up the walls, to be honest. I haven't everything sorted out yet, so I'm still just kind of learning as I go, to be honest.
Yeah, so if anyone's listening and they have a skill set that they can help you out with, you might be hiring soon.
Hit me up.
Yeah, well, like, because it is tough. Like it's finding time to do all that is, it's difficult. And like, would you like to kind of release kind of more products that will, maybe get some of your time back, or do you want to get more experience kind of,
at the moment, I'm like, the fact that I'm busy all the time, it doesn't even feel like I'm busy because I enjoy what I'm doing. Like if it was something now, if I was stuck in an office that I didn't like for 12 hours a day, I would absolutely be gone demented by now. Like, but the fact that I actually enjoy it as well, and like it's literally, it doesn't even feel like I'm working because I'm building on something that I actually am passionate about, and it's something that I actually preach myself. So it's basically, it doesn't even feel like I'm working. So it's fucking class.
Unbelievable. And so like for any other kind of, like, obviously other PTs, fitness people, but any entrepreneur, right, that's listening to this, anyone that has a small business that has a digital product or a service they're trying to sell, like what can you kind of expect from, I know it's only been like, kind of 2-3 weeks where you've done mentally blown up, but like what kind of expectations or what can you expect for your business kind of when that happens, or would you have any advice to kind of go, oh, you should probably have this in place when this happens?
Yeah, so to be honest, you should, like, I wasn't prepared because, like, to be honest, I've only 69 posts on Instagram, like, which is fucking nuts. It's actually like I had goals set for the end of the year to reach 100k, like, and that was 2 weeks ago. I put it on my stories like, thanks for 10k lads, 100k by the end of the year. And then I had a questionnaire, a poll going like, no, you're fucking mad. The second was like, just get a job. and then 2 weeks later, now I'm on 360k. Like, so for people now, for businesses blowing up, it's hard to know, like, because you never know when it's going to happen. Like, even you in the morning now, you could have a video going viral, and like you could be over your over your head before you know it. Like, so it's hard to know. But for the coaching side of things, anyway, you could definitely hire someone. Like, it's probably not that hard to find someone that wants to work with you. But for digital and e-commerce products, like if you're drop shipping, you probably don't need to hire anyone anyway because it's all done for you. But it's hard to know, like, because it depends what you're doing as well, and like if it's a service or a product you're doing, like, so it's very hard to know.
Yeah, it's kind of as well, like, like when this happens that nearly you have inbound leads coming in, like you don't even have to reach out to people. Is your inbox just like swamped with like, sign me up?
No, it's kind of it's more like my DMs. Like I say, I woke up one day and 100 message requests in my Instagram DMs, like about how to lose weight. Like it's nuts. Like and I haven't even promoted my coaching on my account yet since I've blown up, which is crazy. Like, but it's very hard to take it at the moment. Like, I'm still learning as I go. As I said, it's kind of like even messaging people back. I could spend the next 2 hours on my phone just replying to story replies or replying to something like that. It's just crazy. Like, but I enjoy it as well. I actually love helping people out, so I don't even mind it.
That's good. And like, do you actually do voice notes, or do you actually type out messages?
I do a bit of both. Like, if it's a big long-winded message, I just send them a voice note or whatever. Like, but I need to start using voice notes more because I end up texting, like, and end up writing paragraphs then just to one person, like, that I don't even know. But the voice notes would have to be more time efficient.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's unreal, man. I'm still just in shock. Like, just like, every time I look at your page, it's just like unbelievable.
It's fucking nuts. Like,
what are like some of the biggest challenges that you've experienced clients having in terms of fitness or nutrition? Like, what are the biggest issues you see that most people struggle with
the industry in general, or just with people? Like,
yeah, let's do like clients first. Like, yeah, potentially like the average punter, and then maybe go to the fitness industry side.
Yeah, so the average person, basically, what I found is just people, once they get working, they just get into a routine of just going to work, coming home, getting a takeaway, going to sleep, like, and like, it might even happen overnight. Like, it might happen over a few years where you develop that routine. But if you keep in that routine for so long, like, the weight literally you mightn't even see it at times. Like, if you look in the mirror a month later, like, you mightn't see the difference, but over the years, it adds up. Like, like that 1 pound every month for 5 years adds up to a lot of weight. Like, so it's more or less trying to integrate fitness and a healthy lifestyle into people's lives is what I find is the most challenging for people these days.
Yeah, that makes sense. And if you could give tips or advice to someone that is kind of in that position, that's just kind of knows they need to do the right thing but hasn't done it yet, like, what's the first step you can do? I suppose really realistically, you know, being aware, isn't it? I think a big
Yeah.
part of these kind of things is actually kind of wanting to change, I think.
Yeah, but it's kind of, you need to figure out why you want to do it first, because like if you just decide, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy tomorrow, like 2 days later you'll be like, oh, I couldn't be arsed anymore, I'm just going to give up. Like, but you need to find out like what is your reason why you want to lose weight. Like, is it to be healthier? Is it to live a longer life? Is it to just be happier, to have more confidence? That's kind of the main reason that I find helps people. So even myself, like my main reason was just I just felt like absolute shite. Like I wasn't depressed, I'd say, but I was down the whole time. Felt like shit. I looked in the mirror. I hated the way I looked, and that kind of just drove me in. I was like, Joe, I have to change my life around. I have to be a better version of myself, even just for like my mental health alone. Like even like the physical changes, it comes par and par with the mental health benefits as well. Like, so I found like the better shape I get, the fitter I got, the better I felt in general.
Yeah, it's something that actually creeps up on people without them noticing. When it comes to your kind of, if you're not happy with your weight or your body shape, the mental health side of it, because I'm kind of going through that at the moment. To be honest, I'm literally that person that's kind of working like a lot. I'm not eating takeaways and stuff, but I'm just not. I'm not counting calories. I'm not getting, you know, eating good food, and you know, it goes under the radar without you kind of noticing for a while until it kind of builds up as the mental health part of it, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's like it just compounds after a while. Like just one small change you could make in one day. Like just say if you ate an extra 500 calories a day over a space of a week, that's like 3,500 calories, which is basically 1 pound of fat. Like, and that's only from probably having like an extra 2 bars of chocolate a day that you won't even realize you're eating. Like, so it literally adds up just from one small little change. Like you have to kind of, it's mad how it adds up. Like, you have to assess like everything and just try and make small little changes you can.
Yeah, and I think like when you do it on your own as well, like I've done the whole kind of cold turkey thing where like you know, I was on like 1,200 calories back in 2000, end of 2020, going into 21, and I got in serious nick. But the problem was then I could only sustain that shape, you know, for like 2-3 months because I didn't have the right like kind of plan to deal with it. Like, but it's having someone do it with you though, like yourself. It's really, if you're serious about it, I think it's a really good. I mean, this is a kind of
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. But even my clients, this is a bit of shameless self promotion, like, but most of them, like, it's just, yeah, I know, most of them, it's like the accountability factor. Like, it's just having someone there to guide them along the way, even if it's just someone to talk. Like, I'm there the whole time. Like, someone could be just asking me for tips during the day. Like, it's just having that accountability factor of someone guiding you along the way, just like showing you how to do it. Just being there is what I find is what's worked for most of my people. Like, so it's basically just like, I'm not promoting myself, but an online coach helps a fair bit, to be honest.
do plug. Not that you need to plug it with your following now, but no, absolutely plug the hell out of it. And it's funny because, like, you know, I do kind of cryptocurrency fitness kind of stuff. Yeah, and there's a massive overlap between the two disciplines. Like, you know, consistency, taking small steps first, and then, you know, you have to kind of wait to see, you know, the process of delayed gratification.
Yeah, it's like.
It's about trusting the process, really, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Like, even that video, I made a video there about it was like a toilet paper video. It's like this.
Yeah, I love that one. It's
basically like 2 rolls of toilet paper for anyone that hasn't seen it, and I was just basically tearing off a sheet for each step you make to your diet. So, like, just say you could be changing, eating healthier, counting your calories, doing more steps, and like after a week you don't see any changes, but if you keep doing over time, it's literally like just compounds and compounds. So literally after, just say 2 months, that's when you start noticing the difference. Like, it's just consistency, and it's just like the same as you said, everything overlaps at the end of the day. Like, even the content styles overlap as well. Like,
yeah. I might steal that one as well.
Yeah, 100% do work with it.
And like is that like, was that one kind of inspired from somebody else, that video, or?
I actually saw it ages ago. I saw someone talking about it. I was like, Joe, what, this is actually brilliant. Like, I just had to, as I said, like, I use this inspiration just for my own video, but I kind of just put my own twist on as well. Like, so I kind of, like, the way she explained it was like completely different. I just tried to make mine more relatable to people, to make it more like just think people engage with it. So that's what I kind of did.
I think, like they say, like, you know, it's body language is you know, I can't remember the figures, but it's like 75% or something is like just the way you deliver stuff, not the actual like words itself. But it's interesting because there's a few kind of fitness people actually I follow. And there's one guy that has, his name's Oshin, he's brilliant as well. Like, he has one video where he's talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like 5,000 views. And then 2, 3, 4 weeks later, he's the same video, but it's just tweaked a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
is that Oshin Mulligan?
Yeah.
I know him. Yeah, he's so mad. He's gas man.
Yeah, he's brilliant. And like
It's very good.
yeah, and you just move some of the stuff around, like just the words. It's like 7 million views, man. It's like
it's mad. Like it's even just shortening your video that small bit and just making it like straight to the point. Just it could make some difference to your views. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, like do you think it's going to change? Do you think that this is sustainable for?
I don't know because people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Like so, it's basically like the short form content at the moment is the way everything is going. Like even kids these days growing up, like there's been so stimulated by content. Like they're like even ourselves, my attention span has gone down the absolute drain. Like I could be doing one thing, 2 seconds later, I get distracted by something. Like, and I know it's outrageous, but like I don't think it will change too much unless like AI comes to things and just takes over. Like, but
AI is crazy, man.
yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Have you actually used it yourself for any of your?
I've used it for audio. So Adobe Podcast is software.
Yeah.
I literally that's what I use my audio. Literally, it's AI that makes your audio sound podcast quality. Like it's just crazy. Like,
Do you use that for your videos? Or?
I used it for my last 2 videos. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, everyone's have taken off, so like that could have helped as well. But
jeez, I might try that. Yeah,
it'll go. But your microphone quality is unreal. Anyway, I use it for my little my Rode Wireless Go 2 one, so the little clip-on microphones. Just there's like an echo in the background. It just gets rid of everything.
Yeah. It's unreal. It's free as well. I'm kind of like
that's crazy.
I've been using ChatGPT as well, like just sometimes to help me break down kind of complex kind of financial tax stuff. Like it's really helpful to kind of spit out scripts. Have you ever used like
Actually, I haven't. I was looking into it one day. I was looking up videos and I was like, Joe, jeez, that's just. I'd rather just do it myself, like instead of a robot telling me what the fuck to do. Like, but still, like it's crazy. I can write up whole video scripts here. I can write up like what to do, how to do it, how to deliver the videos. It's crazy, like.
Yeah, it's insane. There's another one that I've used. It's like you tell it, you type in what the image you want, and it'll spit out that exact image. You can say like, I want like an alien on a phone in up Mars or something.
Yeah,
literally, maybe not that. No, well, but I literally
so on the moon.
yeah, and it spits it out. You come across like really really confident in your videos on the on camera kind of confidence.
Yes,
and like. I actually work in production outside of my day job is I work in video production. So
yeah.
What advice would you have to people like that, to kind of crash through that kind of camera anxiety, I suppose?
To be honest, I still have a small bit of anxiety. Like if I was recording a video and there's someone in the same room as me or someone listening behind the door, I'd be like, I hate this. I don't want to record this. If I do on the public now at the Tesco or somewhere and start recording me talking with a microphone, I would absolutely lose the plot. Like I hate, like I just get like, I don't get like nervous over much, but like between that just absolutely for some reason just digs into me and just I absolutely despise of it. But like when I'm by myself, like it's more or less just practice. Like it's just practice makes perfect. Like just keep trying and trying again. Like at the start, like everyone's going to be fucking awful. Like you're never going to be, unless you're that 1 in a million that has like an unreal personality. It's just like you're going to be awful. Like just takes time. It just even watching other people's content and just kind of like seeing what tone they use in their videos kind of helps as well. You can kind of help mimic that a small bit, but it's just practice and just sticking to it is the main thing I find. Yeah,
no, dead right. Just to crack on and get on it and just like, especially genuine starting off, like try and not take in the negative comments, because I know for me and my cousin as well, he's on 110,000 followers, but like, it's very tough when you start and you're not ready for that, man, for some of the shit that people say to you, especially on TikTok.
Yeah, and it's kind of, you have to have a very strong backbone. Like if you're like, even people around you that know you, like if you start making videos, your friend be like, who's that Egypt making videos now? Like you could, like some people could take that to heart, while other people would be like, other people might just brush it over their shoulder. So it's like, it kind of takes a small bit of like, you have to be confident that you know what you're doing as well, that you know what's going to work, like, and it's basically just sticking to it, doing it, and just making small changes over time to improve it. Like it's just, if you make your first like 10 videos could be shite, but like if you change a small bit every video, your 11th video could be class 10, like, so you never know. It's just sticking to it, making small changes.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And in terms of like your kind of your business side of the entrepreneurial side of yourself, what way do you see it going then? Like, because obviously, like you're doing the online training now. Like, what's next? Do you think? You're just to roll up. Something like
I still figuring it out myself. Like, but at the moment anyway, it's definitely just focus on the coaching. So at the moment I'm trying to scale that as much as possible, just try and help as many people as I can, like, so I find great satisfaction in that, like, so if I can scale it to help fucking 1,000 people a month, I'll scale it, like, I'll try my best to do that. But I'm also going to work on like a kind of community based coaching as well, so it's going to be like, it'll be a cheaper price point, but it'll be able to help more people at the same time. So it'll be like a community based system where like we get everyone into a group chat, I'll give them their plans, and we get everyone up and motivated, do educational videos, just basically teach people what to do and how to do it. So that's what I'm going to work on at some stage as well. And I'm also going to write a new not audiobook, sorry, I have a new ebook I started on the other day. It's basically like a whole complete guide to fat loss. So I'm literally going through my DMs and like answering people's questions in the ebook. So it's basically all based on people, like what they don't understand. And it's going to be just basically how to start weight loss, how to keep going, and how to keep it off forever. So I'm going to try and finish that up in the next few weeks.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, and actually on the ebook thing, do you want to talk to us about your other ebook?
So I have a recipe book at the moment, so it's called the Low Calorie Recipe Book. I was never going to make one, like I had no intention of making one, but I started making food videos on TikTok and they started doing unreal, like, so I was like, do you know what, I'll make a recipe book out of, like, I love cooking anyway, so I was like, Jesus, this is actually grand. So I started just working on the recipe book. It took me about 2 months to get it done, and yeah, it took off from there. It's done very well, like I'm delighted with it, and it's kind of like, it's a nice passive income source at the moment, like, so it's just a handy way to have a bit of cash flow on the side as well.
I'd say the cash flow now will be going through the roof with all this.
Oh, I sound like I know what I'm doing, but I'm still trying to figure everything out myself, like it's
yeah. Oh man, like you're absolutely flying it. I mean, it's just it's so cool what you've done, and like, to be honest, like, you're a big inspiration to me as well, because it's really tough, like, to be really honest, like, and upward, like, it's really tough some days when I'm going through the slog of making content and, like, putting I don't do this anymore, but, like, putting, like, I used to put like an hour and a half into a video and it flops.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not worse than spending, like, literally putting an hour and a half, 2 hours hard work, and then you see you get 100 views. It's like, it's heartbreaking, like. So there's a stage there where I was making videos, and like my videos now, like, I spend at least 5 hours on a video. It's way too much, like, it's way too long. Like
5 hours.
I would like,
where's all the time go for
between just editing, scripting, like, just I definitely can make it, like, quicker. There's definitely ways I can, like, work around. Like, I can definitely edit on my phone, but I love editing on the laptop as well. So kind of that probably adds a bit of time to it. But just between the scripting, the recording, just making sure, like, it's like, I nearly set up a whole fucking RT studio in my kitchen when I'm recording videos. It's outrageous. Like, my parents be coming in, like, what is this absolute Egypt doing? Like, but I kind of do when they're not home, just so nothing happens. Like, it's just, I enjoy it as well though, so I actually don't mind spending the extra time, like. But as you said, there's nothing worse than we make a video and it just flops. Like, it's just, you spend so much time into it, and it's just, it's so annoying.
It's a killer. And, like, do you batch record your content as well? Like, do you shoot loads in a row, or do you just do one at a time?
I just do it day by day. Like, I find it's like, I've only a certain, like Joe yourself, you've only a certain amount of creative energy in the day. Like, once that runs out, then your head is fried. You're just gone. So I just like recording the videos as I go along. Like, I'd probably record a video, like, just say today, if I record one, I'll upload tomorrow, just so I have a tiny backlog anyway. That's the way I do it anyway.
Yeah, class.
Yeah. And
so you're a young chap, and like myself, and do you have any plans of, like, you're up and running, you've your own online business. Do you have any plans to travel, or, like, get out of Ireland and maybe work in another country or something, like, get out of Tipperary?
That's been the plan the last 10 years, but I'm very tempted to head over to Oz, because my brother is heading over now after summer, and I'm very tempted to head over with him. So I'm going to try and just focus on the business the next few months and then see where it leads me. But I'm definitely going to head away and travel during the summer. Like, I might just go over to Spain for a month and just see how I get on. Like, so, like, it's fucking mad, like, because this time last year I had fucking no money or not. Now I'm just actually doing not too bad, so I can actually, I'm working online full time now, so I can literally actually travel and have a bit of fun, like, at the same time. So it's fucking mad, like.
That's nuts, like. But it's, I suppose it's important. Remember, I mean, fuck, you deserve it, man. You put so much work in, like, on a backpack.
Yeah.
What is it about Australia that's kind of that draws you to it?
I think everyone's just going this stage. I think it's more like a trend. Like, even half the people I know from home are all gone. Like, even like, there's one lad, I was at a going away party there a week and a half ago, and, like, everyone just has the idea in their head now to head away. Like, as you know yourself, the country is kind of going to shit at the moment, like, tax wise, inflation, prices, everything, like, and I know Australia is expensive as well, but like the quality of life is definitely so much better over there compared to here. Like, and the weather definitely helps as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like I did a small stint in Dubai, like just a few weeks, but
Yeah.
there's something like 100%. There's something about seeing a blue sky, man, every day that like changes your mood, changes your outlook, changes everything. And like I know it's like a really stereotypical thing to say, like in Ireland the weather's shit and stuff, but like
but it is fucking shocking. Like even you notice the people, like if the weather is shocking, you go downtown, like you go to, just say you go into the city and there's no one walking around. The second any bit of sun comes out, people probably haven't left their bedrooms in 5 months, they're going out walking. Like it's fucking nuts. Like it's like the sun, even people's attitudes and people's like mindset are so much better when the sun is out. Like the dopamine just hits. Like people are just completely different people. Like
yeah, exactly, especially with food. And like he's like said his shape, it's like, you know, like when I'm away in a nice warm country, I just don't eat that much at all. Like
you're probably, your mind is just, you actually have so much more things to do as well. Like that probably comes into play as well. Like, you know, in the evenings now there's nothing to do because the weather is shocking, it's dark outside. But if you're a foreign country there and the weather was good, you could be out swimming, you could be out walking, you could be doing anything, like, and just that all helps as well. Like
100%. So you said at the start there that like you had a goal, you know, of 100k, and by the end of the year,
it's shocking, like
you're after ripping through that. So like, what's the goal now, or what's the plan? I suppose
it's hard to know. Like it's very hard. So I actually have a little whiteboard here, right? I wrote down my February goals. I don't know if you can see it. February goals and TikTok 500k. Like it's fucking nuts. Like
that's insane.
Yeah, and it's just I went on to then to fill it in yesterday, and I went from like 16k and I had to fill it up to like 300 something k. I was like, here, it's just fucking mental. Like
it's like it's still going for you. It's just, I mean, the tap is still on.
It is on. Like it's slowed down a tiny bit, but it's still going. Like, so I'm not going to complain. And the goal now, I'd say this year now is more or less just the next few months anyway. I focus on the businesses, just keep the content grind going, because like the content is what drives everything. Like as I say to some of my friends, like I've a friend that's an online coach, and like you could be a great coach and you could make shit content and you make no money, but you could be a shit coach and make great content and you could have absolutely endless money. Like it's nuts how the internet works. Like
yeah, that is crazy, isn't it? And like from your experience in your fitness niche, like do you actually see that like a lot, where there's a lot of people that are just absolutely crap and they're just
like it's hard to know, because like content is there's so much to content, you know yourself. Like it's psychological based. It's fucking like the way it looks, the way it sounds. Like there's some people that could have unreal content, like the best knowledge ever, but they mightn't deliver properly. Like, you know, like the first, you know yourself, the hook, the first 3 seconds of video is called a hook. And like if you don't hook people in, like no matter how good your content is, you're not going to do well. Like it's playing the game basically. It's like anything, like playing a game of soccer. You have to play by the rules, like, and that's the way I find it.
Yeah, and you know, it's mad like that. Like, you know, right now, right? Like you're like a nutritionist, you know, PT, right? But like you're accumulating all these mental skills, like, and so am I. You know, like in terms of being, well, first of all, like, you know, entrepreneur, content creator, you know, learning the script, how to write, like a copywriter. Is there anything you see yourself down the road that you'd like to try out, maybe in a few years? Like, I don't know, maybe even just teaching social media. Like,
I'd love to, like, but I as I said, I'm still fucking figuring out my life at the moment. Like, it's I actually was working in auctioneers before, selling houses for a few months, and that's what I wanted to do originally. But if I could get back into something like that, like property at some stage, like Joe, if I can get enough money to fucking get into, like. But at the moment, it's just scaling the businesses, just trying to just figure out what I want to do myself, even though like what I'm doing at the moment I love. But it's just, it doesn't, like, to be honest, it doesn't even feel like I'm working, because I actually fucking enjoy it. Like, it feels like I still try to figure out what I want to do, but like I'm currently doing it, so it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's unreal. And like the fact that like you're after blowing up outside of the States as well, or sorry, outside of Ireland into the States and Canada, like, you know, business wise as well. I mean, you know, like the Americans are kind of the Canadians, I hear, like they put like a lot more stuff on credit, like, so yeah, because Irish people are a bit stingy, like they don't want to use credit cards, and like
that. Even like some of the clients I be talking to, like Joe, like the Irish, like people from Ireland are more like not inclined to go with it, just because they don't understand it. Like they might understand like the fact that kind of so new in Ireland as well, Joe, like online coaching, like people probably don't understand the concept of it. Like, sorry, I'm slurring my words here, but like my dad, even I told him what I was doing one day and he couldn't understand. He hadn't a clue what I was talking about. Like, he's like, why do people pay you to fucking whatever? Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of a new thing as well. Like, even like TikTok and Instagram making content, like it's all kind of still a kind of new game in Ireland. While in the States, like it's been there for years. This stage, like people have like every second, like I said, watching a video one day, and every second child in America wants to be a YouTuber now. Like in Ireland, like that's not the case. Like
Yeah, sure. Do you imagine the amount of flack I get up my parents for talking about crypto and Bitcoin? And I'm like, what is
it's a scam. It's a scam.
like, but yeah, no, Jesus, it's unreal. I mean, so yeah, so for anyone that's listening that kind of, you know, is interested or thinking of working with you, what can they kind of expect to, you know, with working with Cathal? Like what should they kind of
Yeah, and the coaching side of things, is it?
yeah.
Yeah, so basically, all the online coaching I do, anyway, if you're interested in checking it out, check out my page on Instagram, Mr. Byrnes, and you can just click the link there. So essentially, it's all one-on-one online coaching. So I deal with weight loss, muscle building, just building healthy lifestyle. It's basically, I can go through developing better habits with people. It's basically all down to the person's preference, like, because I like everything I do is based on like whatever the person's goals are. So like I won't force someone to do something if they're like, geez, I hate doing it. Like, because there's some coaches I see online, they're like, go out and go for a run, and like most people are just like, fuck off, like. So basically I do the meal plans. The meal plan I do is all based on people as well. As I said, I send out a questionnaire, and if they don't like eating certain foods, I won't give them certain foods, and it's all based on their preferences. So if they want 3 meals a day, I'll give them 3 meals a day. If they want 4, I'll give them 4. And that's the same with the workouts as well. It's all based on their preferences, but they're still I still make them in a way that they are going to reach their goals. Even if like just they do want to go to the gym, we'll tweak the diet. If they want to go to the gym, we'll like tweak the gym plan. So it's all like it's all kind of just trying to get people to stay into it more than anything. It's like sustainability and accountability is like what I kind of preach. So it's like trying to get the people to stay to it, and then I'm there for the accountability side of things. So that's more or less what I do.
Yeah, love it. I love it. It sounds great. And you know, I've been trained online by coaches before. It's really good. It gives you a lot of freedom as well. You know, because in the gym you're pinned at times, and then you miss the time, and your schedule is all off. And so yeah, I mean, if anyone that's listening, hit Cathal up. Give me your dollars or euros or
Mr. Byrnes on Instagram. EYRNES.
Yeah, exactly. Wherever you're based. Listen, thanks a million for coming on.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I'm trying to start my own podcast soon, so I'm actually enjoying this very much.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I like, you know, you're inspiring the shit out of me, like, you know, and hopefully I'll have, you know, a bit of a crack the whip someday with the algorithm. And
takes one video. That's all it takes.
Yeah. No, it's motivating to hear that, you know, because there's those days where you're like, nothing's working, but yeah. Look, thanks a million for coming on. You're an absolute legend. I love your content, and you know, it's all free content. So anyone that's out there that hasn't listened to Cathal yet, go over and check him out. Cathal, for anyone that wants to get in contact with you, well, where can they find you first? Where can we find you?
On Instagram, it's Mr.Byrnes, so Mr.Byrnes. It's just Mr. Byrnes on TikTok, and that's my 2 main platforms at the moment. So if you have any questions about it, just hit me up with a DM.
Cool. And is the best way to contact you, because like I only can imagine how many DMs you get. Is the best way to contact you through DM or email, or what?
Just DM me. I try and go through all my DMs anyway, so I know there's a lot of them, but I spend like an hour or two when I'm trying to go to sleep even replying to people, so whoever messages me, I'll get back to them anyway.
Unreal. Give me your follow count for January 2024, the 1st January. What are we at? What do you want to know?
I obviously want 1 million, but that's never going to happen. I know I like being realistic.
You're already halfway there.
No, but like that's just a load. That's a load of look like. we'll say 500k. That's what we'll say.
You'll be on that by the summer, man.
Yeah. Sorry, the brothers was there.
No matter. You'll be on that. Honest to God, I said in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Joanne, I look at it now next week, and we're just like, I don't know. I should just take it all in, like.
Listen, stop. Well, look, man, thanks a million for coming on and giving your time. I know you're really busy and stuff, so it was a pleasure chatting to you, and hopefully I can chat to you again maybe in a few months and see how you're getting on.
No worries. Thanks for having me anyway. I appreciate it.
Legend.